about just the whole uncomfortableness of the situation. I have like this really, like, I hate to make people feel uncomfortable and make them feel bad. You know, like, I think like once I say something, is he going to think, oh God, like, I'm worried that he'll feel embarrassed.
Well, that's why how you present this is very important. And let's go through this one more time. If you were to imagine that he is on your side,
right,
and that he wants the best for you, and that
right,
you suggest it, like you're suggesting, hey, let's go to the movies, or hey, I'd love it if you made me dinner, and some kind of exuberance and inner power that I know you have.
Right.
Then there's no room for him to feel. And there's another thing, Michelle, that is very allowing people to learn their lessons while you stay in the game with them is something that is making you uncomfortable for a reason, because I feel like I don't know about a lot of your life, but I'm getting enough information about you making excuses for people, and then it gives them too much of an opportunity to walk on you because you don't hold them accountable.
Yeah. Because what?
Because you don't hold them accountable. And you have a fear of being alone rather than having what you want a little bit.
Right.
It's like, but this is a huge thing. Like, I can feel energetically like your stomach may go into a knot with this, because
I feel like right now I'm just like,
I know. I'll help you with this. Hold on. This is about. This is really at the core of your deservingness and worthiness.
I know.
This is really where you let people walk all over you to a certain degree.
Yeah.
And because if you don't, you could lose them, and then that almost feels like a death. I mean, it feels that serious.
Right.
It's like that is energetically something that is going to keep you feeling like the other shoe might drop. You understand?
Yeah.
I understand it because I've gone through this. I know at the root of healing this is around feeling worthy and deserving, that any guy that would leave you because you expressed your needs as a guy that does not, talk about not deserving, does not deserve you.
Right.
You see the flip, but you got so many messages to the contrary that it's going to take a little bit of a shift in your thinking to turn this around and realize that, and it took me a while to get this too, but the Course in Miracles really helped. Nothing real is ever threatened. If anybody walks out of me on my life, I think then they didn't love me, and next.
Right.
Because you've got to, at the basic healing point with this, Michelle, is that you are lovable. You are acceptable. You don't have to earn love. You are love.
Right.
Wow, that even kind of went another step. You can't lose something that you are.
That used to be one of my, when I used to pray, I used to be so disciplined with my prayers and affirmations, and that was like one of the things, I am love. I used to end with that.
Probably why I'm picking up on that.
I know. I know. Yeah.
Well, that's why. Now, if you are love and somebody walks out on you, then you're not depleted of love, are you?
Right.
Another thing I want you to consider is that when you tell Eric what you need and want, you're giving him an opportunity to provide that for you. You're giving him the gift of allowing him to give you something that you want and need. And if you think about that, it's like you're doing him a favor. How does that feel?
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's true.
As opposed to it's going to start a fight. It's all in how you approach this, and I'm really glad we're talking about this, because if this went on for too much longer, I could easily see where you'd be like, okay, that's it. Like, why don't you ever do something for me? Why don't you take me out to dinner? And then he's like, oh, my God, Michelle. And then he would go into all those things you're afraid of. Fear, embarrassment.
And then he's going to be turned off to me.
Exactly, as opposed to, nipping
Because
this
I'm gonna come
early.
across, it's not,
Yeah, demanding and
right.
overbearing and needy.
Right.
Remember we talked about that awful word, the N word?
Right, right.
Okay, so is this helping where you can feel empowered that you have you're actually doing him a favor by letting him know what you like? I mean, I can't tell you the times that Dean has brought home flowers because I mentioned I really like flowers. I don't think about it every day, so when he does bring them home, I'm really pleasantly surprised.
Right,
But,
right.
Give him the benefit of the doubt to start. Because in a long-term relationship, you want to give him the benefit of the doubt. You want to imagine that he's right with you. And if he's not, Michelle, guess what?
Right,
He's not the one.
Right, exactly, right.
Your needs got cut off when you were younger. I can understand that. Can you see that?
Yeah.
But it's never too late to have a recreate your childhood, as far as I'm concerned. You have an inner child. We all do.
Right. Yeah.
So the exercise that I'm going to give you is to concentrate on your inner child and nobody else's. How's that?
Right, okay.
And I want you to care for that inner child as though you were, care for your own child. You know what I'm saying? And if someone else tries to attack that child, what do you think I want you to do?
You protect it.
I want you to, not allow the poisonous messages to come through to that inner child.
Right.
Because of their issues.
Right.
It's not necessary that you take on other people's insecurities unless you choose to.
Right.
They'll be just fine without you doing that. And remember, nobody can take anybody's power anyway, so you might as well hang on to your own and provide your own power.
Right.
And then it's not something that anybody can... I don't know if it's Eleanor Roosevelt, nobody can do something without my permission. Do you know that saying?
Yeah.
With Eleanor Roosevelt? Look it up in here. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I did a report when I was young on Eleanor Roosevelt.
Okay, this is just so funny.
That's weird.
I never talk about Eleanor Roosevelt on the show. Right? I'm going to have to look up Eleanor Roosevelt quotes. This is great. So you know the quote I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I do. I can't pull it out right now.
I know. I'm madly checking my phone. But okay, that'll be homework too.
No one can hurt your feelings without your permission.
Yeah, I'm just gonna Google Eleanor Roosevelt without your permission. But yeah, that's the mantra. Besides, I am love, and you see how if you approach again, everything is energy. If you approach Eric feeling like you are love and you know this will work and you're giving him some helpful information, it's way different than you creating a list of all the things he hasn't done. That's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Right.
Got a little itch here. So, I was trying to bring that up. Okay, so if you could find the Eleanor Roosevelt quote for next time, since you did a report on her, and I never talk about Eleanor Roosevelt on the show.
I know, that's weird.
No one can make you feel inferior without your consent.
Oh, right,
Okay, that's pretty perfect for today, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
good.
So, I know, just kind of brought this to the surface. It's just been an hour, but I think you can get a lot of mileage out of that. No one can make you feel and understand that it's forgive yourself for ever allowing that to happen. Okay?
Yeah.
Everything is healed with love and compassion and understanding. So forgive yourself for allowing other people to make you feel inferior, and forgive them and have compassion for them for thinking that they could try to get their power from taking it from you. It's like, oh, well, that didn't work, and I have compassion. They felt powerless. All of these things can be healed, and You can create a new start for yourself. And so no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. And so we can say, I am love. I feel like this is a great, power wealth center session for you. It's your power. It's nobody else's.
Right.
And power is beautiful. Power is not something destructive. That's another whole conversation. There's been so many, misuse of power. Well, there's no misuse of true power. True power is beautiful. It's from God. It's creativity. It's having the ability to create from a force within you that's to do really good things with if you choose to.
Right.
So you nurture that power within you.
Right.
And that inner child, and allow this week to feel any feelings that come up around that, because chances are they might, and I want you to just look at them and let them go. It's like someone was asking about what meditation was like recently, and I said, I remember reading years ago in a book, and it was actually pretty accurate. It's like, they're like, oh, I can't, stop thinking. I can't stop the thoughts in meditation. And I say, don't try to. Just imagine the thoughts like a train at the station, just stopping and departing. Okay?
Right.
We can witness. We aren't our thoughts, by the way. There's a thought parade. There's a collective thought consciousness. So just realize that your inner power is yours. And, we got to go in a couple minutes. But I can't wait to catch up with you next week and you fill us in on how things went with your conversation. Does that sound good?
Yeah. And also, I tried to get, for some reason, I can't get online today. I don't know why, but I wasn't able to check my email. I can't connect online to the internet. I'm going to have my stepfather help me out. So I just wanted you to know that I'm having problems again with that.
Oh, okay. We'll plan on talking next week.
I sent an email, but I haven't been able to check.
Okay, that's fine. I think I sent you one before the show. You were able to call in.
You probably did.
You're like a minute late. Okay, we got to run. I hope you have a great Christmas. And
thank you. You too. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
All right, I'll talk to you next week.
Okay. Bye, love. Bye. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed holiday. And I'll be on the air next week before New Year. So I'll be sure to wish you a happy 2012 next week. I send you much love and many blessings this week.